So we all know the Godfather theme. Yeah, we're in C minor basically. And then here we go with the add 6. And then the add 9, so we're keeping the F minor with the 6 carries over. And then it resolves to that C when it hits that B flat. And then we have something interesting here. It kind of goes chromatically down. We have this kind of chord, which I don't know what this would be really, but I definitely hear a C sharp in the bass somewhere, probably from the cello at around this range, or maybe an octave lower, I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't quite seem like it's out of nowhere, because if we're thinking about that 3-note gesture that we get from the Godfather theme, we got kind of like this chromatic thing, which if we're really putting these notes together, we have C, C sharp, D, and that F that comes from the melody, but those 3 notes. So that chord isn't really coming out of nowhere. We have, but with that C sharp rubbing against the C and the D, we have that chromatic thing, which really is kind of close to. So whether that was intentional or not by the composer, I don't know, but usually if things seem too much of a coincidence, it may be safe to assume it was intentional for the most part. So if we're thinking, again, this chromatic gesture of the Godfather theme, it actually also helps us transition, not just with having it as this chord, but also in the melody, and I'll show you why. If we're starting on that F sharp, back to D7. Next is what, E? Wow, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it just works wonderfully, that you take something from the Godfather theme and that becomes not just the quality of that chord, but also maybe a hidden way of transitioning from, technically, the chromaticism. If we're gonna include the G there, then maybe it even starts there, and then one more half step down to transition into. So let's get right into the score, since now we're at the start of the cue. We again played that chord A minor, D minor, and then E, and then it goes into an F major 7th. And we have the E on the first clarinet, then we have a B7, and really the moving notes here are coming from the viola section, where we have this polyrhythmic motion. It's playing triplets while the melody is playing pretty much straight 8th notes with some moving 16th notes, which will be very important later on. Clarinet picks it up, and we have 2 clarinets playing these thirds. Fingering is a bit weird. I haven't practiced my thirds, but what we're having here is we're going from A minor, the previous A minor, and then now suddenly we're A7, and then the third below with the second clarinet. Everything else, including, we have piano here, and it's kind of just playing. It stays in A, and then we have, let's see here, we have E. That's basically what it's playing. And then we have strings minus first violin playing pizzicato. We have these Divisi chords, and then and then once we hit that seventh, interestingly enough, we have a flute, first flute playing that C sharp, and then here on the bottom A we have oboe, both oboes playing. It really sells that we arrived at New York feeling. So then we have, again, the same kind of gesture here, except we've gone up to D. And then from here, we have second clarinet and oboes playing, and then a ritardando with that timpani playing that low D, and then we go from that D7 to F sharp minor. Now let's think back at where we were from the beginning, all the way up to the Godfather theme. We have C minor, and then we have that. So really, we're still staying in C minor here, and then D7, and then whatever this is, and then from there, A minor. So really, we're going from C minor to, let's maybe say A minor, and then here A major, which even though it does go into like we kind of do modulate to D, but you could almost argue we're still kind of in A, only because it's interesting to point out that the relative minor of A major is F sharp minor, which is where we end up. You can see it however way you want, but really that's just one way that Nino Rota decided. How do we go from C minor to, because they're separated by a tritone, and that's just one way. Let's say C minor, and then A minor, not really closely related keys, and then relative minor is. We do have a B minor 6 because, let's see, second trombone is playing a G sharp, and the bass is acting as a pedal. So we have bottom note cello, double bass, the harp, the lowest note in that measure is F sharp. We also have bass trombone playing the F sharp, and second bassoon playing F sharp as well. So it's definitely just trumpet in C, and accompanying this are both clarinets. So we have combination of timbre of the trumpet and the two clarinets. We have some polyrhythmic stuff here. I won't get too much into it, but we have bassoons, horns 1 and 2, and violas and cellos playing like sort of this like triplet quarter note thing. So what we have so far is this. So we have this, for those of you that know, yes, Neapolitan chord. Very fitting for this Italian character, I would say. And the first violins just take this away. And again, same chords. Repeats again. And then what we have here is, if we're just taking the root, F sharp, B, G sharp, C sharp. It's ascending. It's, I assume, borrowing from this gesture here, which is when the melody goes. But instead we're using it and that's kind of the opposite of this. Something that was taken from previous section and then used later on. So the beauty of composing, that you can just take ideas and use them wherever you see fit. It makes things very cohesive. And again, we just have these clarinets playing the beautiful thirds. That reminds me of Bach for whatever reason. It's just wonderful. Ooh, and this note right here, it just really sells that sense of pain and anguish. And then finally, or mainly tremolo, it's sempre tremolo for the two mandolins playing octaves. And then something like that. An interesting thing with this, so the mandolins are taking the melody, playing in octaves, and we have guitar here, which is playing a sort of arpeggio thing, and then meanwhile the piano is actually trying to do something similar with the mandolin, except an octave higher even. So if mandolins are here, piano is all the way here. but it is marked piano, so that and without pedalizer. And we have a third repetition, and that pretty much completes the whole piece. So what did we learn from this? We have the significance of the C minor to F sharp minor, which in my opinion, I think really depicts the difference of Vito Corleone and Michael Corleone. Probably intentional to have these two characters represented by, let's say, contrasting keys. Second, the Neapolitan chord, very distinct. And then, of course, instrumentation. We have mandolin here. That's mainly the main thing to address, and also even the use of clarinets and oboes to let us know, hey, we're in New York. And I thought that the use of piano here for that section as well, and in the end to sort of imitate or to accompany the two mandolins, I thought was just beautiful. And what else can we say? Nino Rota is fantastic at writing themes. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that, whatever YouTube people say. But I'm just happy to do this recreationally and just for fun, for my sake. But hopefully, if it helps others, I'll keep doing it. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.